Welcome to this video, guys. In this video, I want to show you how you can align elements with each other or with one another in Figma. But with each other, I mean if you're working with two elements, and with one another, I mean if you're working with many elements and you want to align them in many different ways in Figma. And this will become so handy as you are designing your interface. So let's get started. So I'm going to click F on my keyboard and I'm going to draw a shape or a frame, sorry. So we have this frame now. Let's say dimension to 1440. That's the width, and then the height to 1080 like this. Okay. And I'm going to call it, let's call it alignment. I can't spell alignment today. Anyway, so this is what we have now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a rectangle inside this alignment frame. So let me click on R to draw a rectangle like this. Okay. And this rectangle, let's set it to 600 by 520 like this. Okay. And I'm going to give it a color. Let me give it total red. If I Man U fans, maybe you're going to like this. All right. Okay, good. So this particular shapes now is at the center of this alignment frame. And what if you want to align it to the left like this? What you may be doing is that if you want to align it, you are just going to make it like this, right? But this is kind of a lot of work. We have other way of doing it in Figma. If you go to your position, you can see we have alignment. We have align left, we have align horizontal centers, we have align right, we have align top, we have align vertical centers, and we have align bottom. You can see the shortcuts: Alt A, Alt H, Alt D, Alt W, Alt V, and Alt X respectively. So let's start with aligning this in a, this is vertical direction, this is horizontal direction. Let's align it with, this is horizontal direction, sorry, this is vertical direction. Let's start with this particular one first, which is the horizontal direction. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this frame and I'm going to rename it to rectangle solo. Okay. So this rectangle solo now is inside a frame of alignment. Please note that. So I align it left. Look at what happened. Right? It's aligned left towards the parent. And if I align it right, look at what happens. And as I said, this is horizontal. This is moving from left to right, from right to left, not top to bottom. So this is horizontal, this is vertical. All right. So you make it to the center, you know what will happen now, right? Very clear, right? But if I want to align it to the top, how do I do it? I press align top like this, to the bottom, align bottom, and then to the what? To the center, align center like this. Suppose now this particular rectangle is here, and I want to make it to align to the center. How will I do it now? All I'm going to do is I'm going to align it horizontal centers first, like this, and then I'm going to align it vertical center like this. This is center. You can see how simple that is. Instead of you trying to be using your hand to center, maybe it's center or not, just do like this, and it become so center. Well, working with just one element like this in Figma is very easy. But what if you have multiple elements? Things become a little bit trickier. And let's see how that will work. So let me just call this one alignment 1. And let's have alignment 2. Okay. Alignment 2 like this. All right. So now, here now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce the size of this to, let's make it 200 And let's just call it 300. Let's make it 300. 300 by 220 now. Okay, like this. And then I'm going to duplicate it like this, like this. Okay. So I'm going to select all of them and I'm going to rename it. So if I want to rename multiple items altogether, I can just press Ctrl and R on my keyboard. And then you can see we have rename layer. So I want to rename it to, let's just call it rectangle 3. Or let's just call it rectangle blue. We now have blue 1, blue 2, and blue 3. Right, that's what I mean by rectangle blue. So rectangle blue 1, 2, and 3. I can also use this one to make it like that. Or just let the name start from here. You can see we have 1, 2, and 3. That is 1, 2, and 3. If I don't want 0, if I don't want 0, I'll just remove one n like this. Okay, so I'm going to click on rename. So you can see we have 1 like this. We have 1, we have 2, we have 3. So we call it blue. Don't forget, let's make the color blue. Like I did it too. Okay. Maybe something very blue. Should be nice, not this kind of crazy blue. I mean, I want blue, not that color. This is okay. This is kind of sky blue is okay now. So look at what we have now. Now, I'm not aligning this to the parents anymore like the first one. I want to align this item with one another. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to scatter it like this. All right. So I want everything to be aligned to the bottom. Look at how it's going to happen. Let me select the rectangle blue 1, rectangle blue 2. Then I'm going to go to this place. I want everything to be aligned to the bottom. So I'm just going to click on here. You can see that Figma discovered that this one is the bottom and then it's aligning to the bottom like this. Okay, because this one is of more bottom than this one. But what if I want to make it to be even aligned to more bottom? How am I going to do that? I'm going to click on this one. And I'm going to click on align bottom. You can see how it works now. Now let me undo that. If I want to align it to the top, what will happen now? This one will go to the top, right? Right? Like this. Okay? That's how it works. That's how alignments work now. In terms of vertical, when you align it with one and the other. Okay? But if you now have this shape scatter as before, and you want to align it center vertically, what will happen? What will happen is that Figma will just create something that you can't see, like this. I'm using this one to explain. To create something that you can see like this, like something like this shape. And then because of this shape is matched with this top and this is matched with this bottom here, Figma will now align everything to the center like this. That's how it works. So let me click on this one, and this one. And then let me click on align vertical center like this. You can see how it works. If I don't draw this shape now, you will not see it. You just see that all of them go to the center. Okay. So suppose that you now have maybe a shape that is here now. So you can see that the center will not be now the same with what we have before again. Now look at it now. You can see that it was not the same before. It's moved a little bit to the top, right? So I'm just kind of make it visual because sometimes it can be tricky. Okay, that's for align vertical. So let's talk about the align horizontal now. Now the left is where? This is the left. If I click on this particular item and this particular item and I align to the left, what will happen? This one will go to the left because this one is of more left than this one that is longer one. And if I want it to be what? If I want it to be right, I select this one and then I go here. But as all of them are right, if I click on right now, nothing will happen. And if I click on left, nothing will happen. All right? So let's talk about the center of this one too. If I want to make it center like this, I click on this one and click this one. What do you think will happen now? Can you think for a second? Or you try it out yourself before I show you. So if I click on this one now, and I click on this, what will you think will happen? Look at it too. You know we are working horizontally, not vertically again now. So Figma will draw a shape, not like a shape, but like a measurement from this place to this place, like this. And then Figma will try to align them to the center, like this. Okay? You can see what happened now. Center like this. All right? But if you click on this one now, the center will not be somewhere around this particular place, like this. Is that okay? That is center now. Okay. So that's alignment. All right. So before I go, let me just talk about distribute in a nutshell. So let me just grab this, and I'm going to remove this. And I'm going to call this one distribute now. Distribute, at least I can spell distribute. Distribute one. Okay. Okay, let me draw another this thing. Let me just carry this one, come here, please. And then let's call this one rectangle green now. And I'm going to press I on my keyboard and select this particular color here. So I'm going to duplicate it like this. And we're going to have green one, green two, and green three, like this. Okay. So Control R. So current name. This is the current name, and then this number. But I want one, and I want space. I want space like this. Okay. So I can create it like this. So we have rectangle one, rectangle two, and rectangle three, like I did here. So what I want us to do is I want us to make sure that we scatter it like this. Now I'm not aligning. I just want to distribute right now. Okay. So if I click on this rectangle one, the space here, let me click on Alt. The space here is 48. And if I click on rectangle 2 and I click on Alt and I over around this edge toward the space here is 262. What I want us to do is I want us to have equal spacing. I want us to have 40 pixels here, 40 pixels spacing between the rectangle 1, rectangle green 1, green 2, and green 3. How can we do that? What we can do is we can be trying to, not be guessing and then resizing. Well, that's not ideal way. Imagine if you have a lot of stuff that you have to align. If you're working in real world, what you are going to do is click on this rectangle 1, rectangle 2, and rectangle 3. And then in this alignment, you can see on this alignment, we have this particular icon here that is saying more actions. Click on that more actions. You can see we have distribute vertical spacing, distribute horizontal spacing. So click on distribute horizontal spacing like this. And as you can see, we have equal spacing within them now. And Figma has even drawn line, saying that we have 155, 155. And remember, we want to work with 40. So go to this layer, you will see we have spacing here, and it's saying that the spacing here is 155. So click on here and make it 40, just like that. Simple. That's one way of doing it. You can also do it with auto layout. All right. In fact, let me teach you that auto layout because that auto layout is a must. You can't be designing with me if you don't know how to use auto layout. It will just be, you know, just click on all of them like this and then click on Shift and A. Now if I auto layout now. And you can see here we have what 155. So we have auto layout and it's saying that this thing is horizontal. If you make it vertical, they will go from right to bottom like this, but make it horizontal. And then under the gap, make it to be what? 40. Like that. All right. So I challenge you that you do the same thing vertical. Okay. So what you are going to do is what I did. You are going to just carry this one, just copy this one. After you copy this one, then you are going to remove the auto layout. If you want to remove the auto layout, just go to this place here and click on this particular icon, freeform. Click on this freeform and then remove. Um, you can just remove this frame. If you want to remove this frame without removing this element inside it, what you can do is press Control, hold Control, and press Delete. That's backspace, not delete. That not deletable, backspace like this. You can see now. You have it ungrouped, and then you can just call it. Maybe you can change this one to maybe um, orange or yellow or something like that. Let's make it this part. Let's make it pink. This color is okay. So now, what I want you to do is I want you to add auto layout into it because working with that spacing vertically is very simple, but auto layout is more difficult. So use auto layout to do that. And I want you to make it to look like this. Okay. And then you make it center like this. Okay. How can I do that? So now all of this they are without auto layout. So what I can do here is I'm going to rename them first, Control and R, and then I'm going to call them the current name now, and I'm going to make the number like this. If I let's rename it by ourselves, let's just call it rectangle pink, and then the number from top to the bottom. So let's make it to be one N, one capital letter N, like this. Now we have rectangle pink 1, pink 2, and pink 3. So all of them, select them. Pink 3, click on Shift, pink 2, and pink 1. And then add Shift and A to add auto layout. So you can see it's set to what? Horizontal. Now make it vertical now. And then you align it horizontal center and then vertical center. Okay, so let's call this one distribute 2. Okay, so you can use that align horizontal. Let me even show you. I'm going to remove it. You can see here we have align vertical spacing, just like we have horizontal spacing. You can use that one to do it too. But in this case, to be honest, I prefer using auto layout because if you want to change the direction anytime, you can change it to vertical, horizontal, or any way that you like it. So that's it about distributing. And then I think that you are now getting used to Figma, and then we can be doing some of these elements by yourself. I think I've not taught you guys how to use mask and then these subtractions, Boolean operation. So let me just quickly talk about Boolean operation in the next video before we move on to talking about this landing page once more. I will see you there.